Good morning to you all. I'm going to talk today on geopolitics as a part of Far Side Nepal too. What is geopolitics? Geopolitics is especially geography and politics is combined, that is known as geopolitics. Geopolitics is between two countries, like bordering countries, like Nepal, India, and China. These two countries are the bordering country of Nepal. Sometimes this geopolitics becomes bitter, sometimes sweeter, sometimes helpful, sometimes coordinating, sometimes doing business together, sometimes we share the resources for the benefit one another. And in some cases, the powerful countries, they pressurize the treaties, they fought the land in the history. Nepal has its bitter experience during the time of Sugauli, 1816 AD. This time there was no India. This was a British India. There were disintegrated state also were there in India. That time Nepal lost the land, almost 1/3 of the land. So this geopolitics now is getting not only the bordering countries, it is in national regionalized as well as internationalized. During the time of 1990, when the Soviet Union was collapsed, there was only one superpower was dominating the world. During that time, the small countries also were affected heavily. So that also is a part of geopolitics, because the powerful country, they try to take the market, especially for the market, forcefully, or if they don't want to be to their markets, then they try to different ways to control them. That is a part of geopolitics. So it is we can see that how much land we lost during the time of Sugauli tree. Please should understand this thing extremely well. This is a part we lost here. This total part we lost during Sugauli Treaty, and this is present Nepal. Still, we have some dispute here. This area Kalapani, Lipule, Klimpiadura, and this is a part of Sikkim. Also, we lost here. This area we lost during Sugauli Treaty. You can see this is a shaded, this part shaded, this smooth shaded part we lost during Sugauli Treaty. So this is a bitter part of the geopolitics of Nepal during that time. Geopolitics, it doesn't mean that is always bitter. So it is sometimes helpful. India also helped Nepal to develop. China also have helped to develop Nepal. We have also treaty with China, like like we have the Kerung Treaty 1789, and treaty with Betravati 1792. Another treaty of between India and Nepal 1950, and likewise Mahakali Treaty 1996. There are many treaties with India. Likewise, some of the treaties with China also, because we share the border with India approximately 1800 kilometers. With China, we share the border around 1400 kilometers, because this territorial three area in the border with India, and only one northern part is with China. Then we share natural resources with India as well as with China. We have bordering area of Mountain Everest. From China side, they say that Chomolung or something else. So these Himalayas there are many highest peaks in Nepal, like Mountain Everest, Kanchenjunga, Annapurna. These are the part of Himalayas. So those Himalayas are the source of water, fresh water, and the rivers. There are around 60,000 rivulets in Nepal, but majors are Makali, Gandaki, likewise Kosi, and Karnali. These are the major rivers. Others are small rivulets, but others also are connecting, and all these are connecting to these big rivers. Some they connect, they are in confluence in Nepal, and some others they go and mix with the Ganges in India. If we look at the these rivers map, and where Nepal is, we can see even in this map, we can see this one in this map. So you can see here, this is China here. We share the border with China. This is Nepal, and this is China. This is Nepal here, the Himalaya range here. This area is the Himalaya range completely, and this is India. This is a total part of India as well, and they share border with Myanmar. They share border with Bangladesh. The more border is shared with China also than in Nepal from India and China. So these total areas for Nepal is the geopolitical politics area. Far away there is a Pakistan also is there. So this is a part of geopolitics we have seen here. This is known as chicken neck of India. This always India. This is to connect with Bangladesh. We have only 22 kilometers from here, and there is a port. Chitgaon port is nearer to Nepal than in Calcutta. So this is the way how this affects the situation of the country. This is known as the geographical situation. That's why it is called geopolitics. Okay, now next let's go to the next one. We have to see here rivers of Nepal. You can see Nepal. These are the rivers. You see, these rivers are, some of the rivers are coming from Tibetan China side to Nepal, and they originate in some China, and they flow from the Nepal, and they flow from the Nepal to India. These are the rivers flowing from Nepal to India. So there is a high chance of electricity production from these rivers. You can see these rivers here. This is called Brahmaputra river. Is the longest river. It goes to India and Assam area and goes back to the Bay of Bengal. So originate the long way in China, then this confluence in the Bay of Bengal and nearer to the Ganges river. We talk about these rivers a little bit earlier. This is our Karnali river. In India, it is called Gagra. This is Mahakali. When it reaches to India, it called Sharada. So this is a Gandak. Even it is also called Gandak. We also call Gandak river. There are 7 rivers here to create the Gandak river. When it comes to our plain land, it is known as Narayani river. Then it goes and confluence means mixed with the Ganges. They creates all these creates Ganges. This is our Kosi. This Kosi also originate in China, and it flows from Nepal, and there are we call Sapta Koshis, and it goes and confluence in this Ganges. So this is rivers are working. So with India, there is a lot of business. We tied with Indian currency. Nepalese currency also is tied with Indian currency. So we have trade deficit with India. A lot of trade deficit in the areas of in a business. Sometimes India pressures gives us the pressure for this blockades. Giving blockade, we have 2-3 blockades in the history. One was very bitter. One was in 2015 somewhere there. It was during the time of the Sai. They have stopped blockade us for 1 month. That was around 2015. So these are the part of geopolitics. So with the China side, we have also, we don't particularly we don't have that type of blockade and everything from China. What happened is that there was a Free Tibet movement in China. That time, this Khampa rebellion started staying in Nepal, and they were fighting a guerrilla war, and that guerrilla war was, financed by the CIA. That was the case of 1960. And there was a Tibetan exile, Tibetans were made exile government, and they were financing 1.7 million of USD to train the guerrillas of Tibet, and they are known as Khampas. So that time, Nepal has to control that movement for not to invade, not to do guerrilla warfare using the land of Nepal, because we don't want our land to use to destabilize our neighboring countries. And we have always in favor of peace and friendship with both the countries, India and China. If someone try to destabilize India, staying in Nepal, that is not tolerable to Nepal as well and to the China as well. So Nepal military has taken action to bring down the Khampa rebellion inside Nepal, and that was solved. That was as a problem in neighboring countries. Sometimes it gives trouble to us. Whatever is happening in Nepal right now means in September 8 and 9. So that was also instigated. The reports are coming instigated by foreign powers, and they are also financing. There was some reports are coming. It was financed by the superpower to train on how to conduct uprising in Nepal. So other news media also are saying this was a wave from of Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. These were the waves. So how these waves were created? Those students, small students, were not are not able to organize the huge type one time around the country, all over the country, agitating, demonstrating, fire. They put the fire on different government buildings, even in Sima Darbar, and these major areas were gutted in fire. What I mean is that how these superpowers works. Earlier, I told you, this is not only the neighboring countries now. It is regionalized. It is internationalized also. These things are happening all around the world. Those are instigated by some superpowers. There are suspicion in the media as well. We should understand our neighboring countries, and we should balance the power. The Nepalese politicians should understand this thing well. Political instability in Nepal could also have major implications for regional power dynamics. If Nepal is unstable, they can play around, even to destabilize our neighboring countries. That's why Nepal's stability is more important to our neighboring countries as well. They should also understood this thing very well. So smaller states, state like Nepal have long sought to balance their relation with India and China, which are competing for strategic influence. So Nepal has, there is nothing to do with the strategic influence of Nepal, because the superpowers and powerful countries, they might have different strategic influences to their neighboring countries for business purpose, for political gains purpose, for ideological influence as well. And we understood that development is a mutual understanding between neighboring countries. Okay, this is a mutual understanding. There is nothing with the governance as well. Who is what the government is running there and what type of it is. There is nothing to do that one. So we should have a mutual understanding between neighboring countries. In other words, if I say to that, we believing in shared prosperity. Nepal believes in shared prosperity between neighboring countries and other countries as well. We don't want any countries, other countries influencing, instigating any violence, any mob, anything of destabilization of Nepal, in creating instability in Nepal. Nepalese people, they don't like it as well. Please listen to all of you very carefully. So Nepalese politics need to build national consensus. Sometimes these political parties are, disintegrated even in national issues. So they should come in the national consensus to make a stable country. Without stability, the country will not develop. That's why we need a better and stable government in Nepal. Nepal's foreign policy always based in non-alignment movement. So non-alignment and the Panchashil. This speaking about the Panchashil and non-alignment, that is a two-part. Panchashil was in 1954, I think, in between India and China. They have a different. They have around 4 consensus. So those were, I will let you know. Need to put our issues. The Nepalese politicians need to put our issues based on shared prosperity and no harm to neighbors from the land of Nepal and to other countries as well. One China policy, we should be firm on it. There is no doubt about it. We should make our internal issues also go for in one voice, like no compromise on the issues of national sovereignty. We don't compromise. Nepalese don't like it as well. They never been colonized. Then now also we don't like that somebody are interfering us in our internal politics, internal matters. No negotiation on religious and ethnic violence. There should not be negotiation on these issues. No separation of the no separation movements inside the country. We should not accept that one also. All politicians, that should be a consensus of the democratic government, and no compromise on the republic and the democracy of Nepal. So if something comes to destabilize the democracy, to destabilize the republic, the internal politics and politicians should come up in the consensus that it should be controlled in time. So this should be, the Nepalese politicians should understood these things well, as the international politicians, international governments should also respect the sovereignty of Nepal and small countries too. Nepal is non-alignment country. We have already we have joined. This is in 1955. This Panchashila was in between India and China, 1954. They have a mutual. They signed a treaty, mutual respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty. We also respect this thing. Mutual non-aggression. We don't want to we don't want that aggression one another. Even though sometime in the history we are also powerful. We may be powerful in the coming future too, because the technology is not in no one's business. Every country can develop the technology, advanced technology. Nepal can also do that advanced technology. So mutual non-interference. We don't want to interfere. We don't want any interference. Also, the mutual non-interference, and equality and cooperation for mutual benefit means shared prosperity. Nepal has put forward this shared prosperity extremely well in front of the neighboring countries, and peaceful coexistence. So we are the country of the birthplace of Buddha. We don't want this violence and these things. That's how we should govern our country. The other countries should also respect to the view of Nepalese people. So this time that was a tragic moment was there. So that one also suspicious, instigated by the superpower, and that we Nepalese should denounce such kind of activities in Nepal. Thank you for the next. Please wait for the next episode. Thank you very much. Namaste.